Good evening, and thank you for tuning in to the latest Hurricane Tracker app video update recorded Thursday, August 24th around 11:30 p.m. Eastern Time. Well, we wanted to do a little video update on Hurricane Harvey here using the Hurricane Tracker app to get you guys updated with the very latest. Go ahead and pull up the latest advisory from the National Hurricane Center issued about 30 minutes ago. And Hurricane Harvey is a Category 1 storm with winds of 85 miles per hour. It's moving to the northwest at 10 miles per hour. And the pressure as of the latest advisory is 973 millibars. And if we go ahead and take a look at the latest satellite loop of the hurricane, you can see that throughout this afternoon and evening, the storm has continued to become better organized. That inner core is really tightening up, and you can even see the eye of Harvey is starting to clear out a little bit, and it is moving towards the northwest. And another thing I really noticed is you can really see the moisture starting to build to the northeast of the hurricane and to the southeast of the hurricane. If you look there off the northern tip of the Yucatan Peninsula, you can see the moisture feed really beginning to come up out of the Gulf. And unfortunately, all that moisture is aimed and poised to strike eastern and southeast Texas over the next several days. The latest forecast from the National Hurricane Center, they do forecast Harvey will reach Category 3 status with peak winds around 125 miles per hour. And it is forecasted to make landfall probably just north of Corpus Christi sometime early Saturday morning. And if you look at these forecast points, you can see that from Saturday all the way to Monday evening, the center of the storm just sits there in one place. And if you follow us on Twitter, we posted the European model run from this afternoon. And unfortunately, it looks like the Hurricane Center, as well as other guidance, is trending towards Harvey stalling out just inland, and then possibly by Monday evening into Tuesday, beginning to move northeast. And by Tuesday evening, the Hurricane Center has Harvey as a tropical storm pretty much over Galveston Bay and the Houston area. But there's a possibility that by early next week, Harvey could reemerge back over the Gulf of Mexico and possibly re-strengthen. So those of you in southeast Texas, southwest Louisiana, definitely pay attention to that possibility as we get into early next week. The current wind field for Hurricane Harvey, you can take a look at it. It's not a super large hurricane by any means, and the strongest winds are located pretty much right near the center of the storm, within about 20 miles or so. And here's the forecasted wind field at landfall. So you can see the strongest winds should be just north and east of Corpus Christi. So really between Corpus Christi and Port O'Connor is where the hurricane force winds are expected. Now, of course, this could change if the system wobbles a little bit to the left, which would not be good for Corpus Christi, or of course if it takes more of a right turn and goes closer towards Matagorda Bay. The latest computer model spaghetti plots from just within the last couple hours. This is quite a mess. I mean, it really does look like spaghetti, and you can see that through 120 hours, 5 days, these models are not moving this system out at all. The intensity models are still high-end Category 2, low-end Category 3. And again, if Harvey does attain Category 3 status and make landfall, it would be the first major hurricane to make landfall in the United States since Wilma in 2005. So impacts are imminent here from South Texas all the way up into southeastern Texas. Impacts will begin tomorrow afternoon. Rain bands will begin moving on shore, followed by tropical storm force winds tomorrow night, and then hurricane force winds early Saturday morning, again near the center. Those of you in southwestern and western Louisiana, we still have you under a high alert level due to the possibility that Harvey could reemerge over the Gulf and move northeast your way early next week. Let me move on to the next page of graphics here. Tropical storm wind probabilities near 100%. High chances of 50-knot winds or greater. And, of course, we have about a 70 to 80% chance of hurricane force winds right there between Corpus Christi and Port O'Connor. And as we've been saying, the biggest story with Harvey is likely to be rainfall. That dark purple shading is over 20 inches. The pink shading is 15 to 20 inches. So you see quite a large chunk of south central, southeastern Texas, and all along the coastline, even extending up into southwest Louisiana, should be preparing for a catastrophic flood event. And again, you have most of the day on Friday to finish any preparations and make sure that, if you need to evacuate, you still have time to get out. Listen to your local emergency management officials. This is a very serious storm, probably the most serious storm we've seen in the Gulf of Mexico since Hurricane Ike many, many years ago. And again, would not be surprised to wake up in the morning and see that Harvey is strengthened to a Category 2 and definitely could be a Category 3 by tomorrow afternoon before it makes landfall along the lower to middle Texas coast. Thank you so much for using the Hurricane Tracker app. We will be back with another video update sometime tomorrow, and we hope everybody